We are going to make the French mocha butter rum frosting. So we are cooking the sugar. So this is a third of cup of water with 1 cup of sugar. And we're going to heat it up. So while we're waiting for it to heat up, we're going to do the eggs. In here is 5 egg yolks. This is for the French mocha butter rum frosting. Heat up at low speed to break it up. And then once the sugar come to a boil at 238 to 240 Fahrenheit, then we can put the sugar into start the frosting. Okay, we're waiting for the water to boil. You can see it's starting to. So using the pan, just move the sugar water around. You don't want to really stirring it with anything. And we just wait to boil. Make sure you have a candy thermometer ready so we can take the temperature, or a cool glass of ice water, and you can drop it, the sugar in to see if it come to a soft ball state. But a thermometer is the best way to go. Okay, so you should always buy a digital thermometer when you're working with Swiss meringue frosting or French buttercream frosting, where you have to cook up the sugar. You need to have a thermometer in order to make sure that's at the right temperature. Okay, and just let it hit. Once you move the sugar around, and you can see that it's fairly already all melted. Now just we're waiting for it to come to a soft ball state. So right here is a thermometer. So right now it's at 93. So I'm going to register it. Make sure it come up to 234, and we'll cut off the heat. 221 right now. Okay, it's at 225, 227. Make sure your thermometer is not touching the bottom of the pan, because you'll be taking the temperature of the pan and not the sugar mixture. I can tilt the pan like this to register, to read the temperature of the sugar. It's at 229, so it's not there yet. Okay, it's registering at 234. Let me just double check. Yep, it's 235. So we turn it off. Yep. Turn the beater to number 4, medium speed, and start drizzling the sugar water slowly into. See how it's streaming? Streaming it slowly into the egg mixture. If you pour the hot sugar water in so quickly, you'll have scrambled eggs. So you want to do it slowly. I'm going to number 6. the egg come to, you can see on the corner over there that we had a little bit scrambled egg, but you can always take it out. Slowly adding it in. I did a little stop so that way my egg can come to temp. To a higher beating, and we're going to let this beat for about 10-15 minutes. You see, bring up to high speed. Now the sugar is speeding up, and the bowl is warm to the touch. Once it fluff up another 3-4 minutes, then we'll be able to start to add the butter. And then your flavoring, and it's all set. Very simple. Now the bowl is warm to the touch. We can start adding the butter in. You can see I already put in, you don't have to do small chunks, you can do big chunks. So it's going to come together. Okay, now we start adding in the flavoring. So in this bowl, I have mixed rum, and I will leave a description in the video for you. But I mix in there rum, cocoa powder, and instant coffee. And I'm going to slowly pour it in here. See how it's coming together? And now you want to stop and scrape. Stop and scrape the side of the bowl. Make sure you get that butter right there in the middle. To use all the way good vanilla and butternut flavoring. That's the key right there. Alright, I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of butternut, and we're gonna mix it up. And then we're going to taste it. See, if you like it sweet, because the coffee and the cocoa powder is pretty potent, so if you like your frosting is sweeter, then you can add more powdered sugar. Okay, it's ready. Now we're going to taste it. Look at how silky smooth this is. I I don't like it too sweet, so I think it's perfect. The vanilla and the butternut, it's really good. And if you like more rum, you can also add up to another 2 tablespoons of rum in there. So this is how the frosting look. French mocha butter rum frosting. So it has mocha because of the coffee and the cocoa powder. And this is what luscious, delicious buttercream tastes like. And I did taste it, so I did add another cup of powdered sugar to it because the coffee, instant coffee, and the cocoa is really strong. So it's up to your taste bud. So go with the sugar that I recommended, and then once you be at the end, you can just pour powdered sugar into, and do it half a cup at a time because you don't want to make it too sweet. On any cake you like, the French mocha butter rum goes well with a sponge cake. And that will be my next video. I put the French mocha rum frosting in a Ziploc bag. You can store it, and you can snip off the end right here with a scissor, and you can squeeze it, the frosting out onto your cake. Be easier than having to put it into a piping bag. So that's the trick of the day. Once you pipe it, by cutting off the tip here and squeeze it onto the cake and spread it. Any left, put this into another Ziploc bag, put it in the freezer, and when you need it again, all you gotta do is take it out, thaw it out, and re-whip it, and it'll be good. It'll last in dough bag freezer for up to 3 months. Bon appetit!